Hi, Assalamualaikum, and good evening to Madam and my friends. And then so it's our group, group 7. So we talk about Emirates Group. So we have Alisa Sabrina, Dedish Hamidi, Mama Izzail Muzaffar, Ahmad Wafi, and me, Nur Hidayat Abdul Jadil. So next slide. So this is our table of content. We have talked about their background, company mission and mission, and then components of mission Emirates Groups, elements of the company, QS analysis, then CSR done by Emirates Group, and then why their vision and mission is important to the company, then how does the company benefit from the opportunities of the external environment and overt threats, and then recommendation for Emirates to stay competitive during COVID-19 pandemic. So I pass the next presenter to Danish Hamidi.
Start off, I want to talk about the Emirates Group's background. The background of the company is that Emirates Airline was founded in 1985 by the government of Dubai, and then the airline industry started its operation with flights, first off with Mumbai, followed by Karachi, and then they opened up the flights to Delhi. And then since its launch in 1985, the Emirates Group has been achieved over 250 international awards for excellence. This is actually due to the great marketing efforts to promote Dubai as a tourist destination with attractive tax-free shopping. So for the vision and mission of Emirates Groups, the vision are to make civil safe, leading and sustainable, while for the mission, the mission are becoming the market leader in UAE. And speaking of mission, next slide. The missions actually has a few components. First of all, missions in terms of market, they want to become a leading airline. Mission for services are to become a luxurious travel experience towards their customers from all over the world. And the mission in general is concerned for public image. They are very concerned about the environment, and they are trying to decrease their carbon footprints. So I pass to the next presenter for SWOT analysis.
Hi, my name is Ahmad Wafi. I present about the element of the company. It is the SWOT analysis. And for the strength, is the first point is the strong backing. Emirates Airline has the strong backing of the Dubai government. This is a great strength to the airlines for its success in the business. The Dubai government is the only owner of the airline company, but it does not interfere with its operation, neither does it put any new money. For the next one is a strong hub in Dubai. Emirates Airline has a strong hub in Dubai that gives access to Emirates Airline across Asia and Europe. This is a great strength as its network connectivity will be huge. Next one is huge workforce. Emirates Airline has a strong workforce of about 50,000 employees. This will help the airline to function better. Next one is good reach. Emirates Airline has a wonderful reach that covers about 70 countries in about 6 continents. Next one is excellent advertising. Emirates Airline has excellent advertising and branding for the airline. It is done through print, online ads, and TV. For next point is excellent service. Emirates Airline has shined in customer service, in-flight, entertainment, exclusive lounge, and more. For the size, Emirates Airline has a great advantage of having a big size aircraft. This is a huge strength as it can accommodate maximum passenger. Next one is the focus in the diversified market. Emirates' decision to focus on diversified market is a huge strength to the airline company. This can increase their visibility to a greater extent and in fact gain more revenue. Next one is branding. During the year 1990, Emirates had launched its first set of commercial. It has the slogan, "So be good to yourself, fly Emirates." Next one is sponsorship. Emirates Airline has sponsored many events that have strengthened the brand. During the year 2011, Emirates sponsored the Emirates Airline cable car over the river team situated in East London. It had also sponsored many sport events like cricket, football, rugby, and many other sports. Next is witnesses. First point is dependent on international traffic. The Emirates Airline depend heavily on international onward moving traffic. Next point is intense competition. There seem to be intense competition and limited market share growth for the airline. There seem to be high cost of maintaining benchmark standard. Next point is US market. Emirates Airlines seem to find it difficult to occupy the US market. This is the weakness as the US market could fetch more revenue for the airline company. Next is cater to high-class traveler. Emirates Airline does not seem to cater to the middle class and budget traveler. This is in fact yet another weaknesses as the target customer become less. Next is accident and indecent. There were some instances when the Emirates flight had met with accident. During the year 2004, one of the Emirates flight that were operating from Johannesburg to Dubai had faced serious damage at the time to take off, when it had failed to become airborne before the runway end. There were a few more cases of accident. For the opportunity, the first one is increase in the number of fleet. Emirates can introduce new fleet and can also be used to improve customer confidence. This will also enable them to provide more service to the customer. Next one is increase in the number of international destinations. Emirates can increase in international destination. This will help them with more opportunity and to become popular among the customer. Next, joint venture. Having many joint venture and partnership with many international players can give more opportunity for the airline company. This will help them to increase their revenue. For the threat is increasing. For this first one is increasing competition. Airline industry are increasing in the Middle East market and Emirates face strong competition in the industry. This is a serious threat to Emirates since Emirates as such cater to high-class travelers, thereby giving a chance for them to decrease the visibility. Next, increase in fuel cost. When there is an increase in fuel cost, it impact the airline margin, hence fluctuating. The fuel cost is also a threat to the Emirates. Next is government policies and regulation. Change the government policies and regulation can also impact the airline company. For the competitive advantage, Emirates Airline has one of the most cost-efficient operating in the airline industry, giving it a competitive advantage. It has a lean workforce comparable to that of low-cost carrier and has a flat organization that keeps overhead costs low. However, the key constraint to its cost-efficient operation are increasing passenger capacity by offering daily flight to almost all of its short and long-haul high-demand destination, keeping fixed costs and only operating wide-body carriers in its fleet, allowing Emirates to have higher passenger capacity per flight, thus lowering its overall unit cost versus other airlines that operate a mix of wide and narrow body carrier. Another benefit of wide body airplane is that they are more fuel efficiency, contributing to Emirates' low cost position. For our first one is offering superior travel experience. In order to create a holistic travel experience for its customer, Emirates Airline focuses on providing a number of best-in-class service both off and on board. Starting getting and from the airport. Emirates offer free chauffeur drive shuttle service in 74 cities for first and business class passenger. Next, they have invested 330 million in 37 Emirates airport launch around the world, where customer can dine or relax before traveling. Next, onboard Emirates. Emirates offer its passenger 2,100 channels of entertainment in 35 languages to its award-winning ISE entertainment system, which offer the latest movie, music, and games. They also invest 20 million annually to install and maintain free onboard Wi-Fi internet services across its fleet. And finally, its award-winning Skyworks Miles reward program offer member exclusive benefits such as a faster check-in and airport ushering service and very regular upgrade to business and first class cabin. Frequent flyer points are easy to collect, making Skyward membership an attractive differentiator. Second point is diverse flight attendant. In order to serve its international passenger across 6 continents, Emirates apply a diverse workforce of 56,000 employees of its over a fifth cabin crew attendant from over 160 nationalities. It is not uncommon to have a cabin crew to speak more than 10 different languages on any given flight. This serves well to cater to the diverse customer base traveling with Emirates. The airline actively recruits talent from around the world to work for Emirates. For instance, in 2014 to 2015, Emirates Airlines had over 400,000 applications from around the world, allowing it to recruit the best talent from a large candidate pool. Once hired, all Emirates cabin crew undergo regular training at state-of-the-art Emirates Aviation College to ensure learning of providing the final service for passengers. Next point is investing in its fleet. Emirates Airlines continually invest in growing its fleet. It currently consists of 231 aircraft, including Airbus A340 and Boeing 777. It plans to increase its fleet to 320 aircraft by 2008 and 400 aircraft by 2020. In addition, it has the largest fleet of Airbus A380, the world's largest commercial aircraft, with 68 A380s currently in operation and 72 new A380s on order. It investing in maintaining its fleet with the most modern aircraft while retiring its older planes. The average age of its plane is 6 years, making it the youngest fleet of any airline, allowing Emirates to provide customers with the newest technology and better in-flight experience. Furthermore, it's allowed them to operate the newer, more fuel-efficient airplane, again contributing to Emirates' low-cost position. And next slide, please. For the stakeholder in the airline industry are numerous. For Emirates, the main stakeholder include the government's customer supplier, services provider, prospective customer, the public, and the community. The level of these stakeholders impact on the strategic progress of Emirates is different. The most influential are stakeholders that need to be managed closely because their level of their power and interests are high. These stakeholders for Emirates are customer because their interests and satisfaction are the highest priority for the company. The other influential group of stakeholders is those ones who also need to be kept satisfied, but their level of interest is low in contrast to the power level. These stakeholders are suppliers. The power of the government is also comparably high, and the authorities' interest in the progress and strategies of Emirates is also high. For example, the supplier for Emirates Group is Airbus that provide them with the aircraft. Therefore, the government of Dubai and the UAE authorities need to be only regularly informed on the progress of the airline industry, but also be kept satisfied. Emirates Home, the service provider, including airport, also belong to this group of stakeholders in relation to Emirates. The group of stakeholders that need to be kept informed includes the prospective customer, the public, and the community, because the increase in the brand recognition and the customer loyalty will directly lead to the increase in the number of passengers. The less influential group include the press Emirates Home, Part 15. Although the public activity of Emirates are high, the company does not pay much attention to communicating with the press while choosing the other media to promote its services. I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, so my name is Hidayah. So I will talk about pest analysis. What does it mean that pest analysis? Pest analysis is a measurement tool for assessing market for a specific product or business over a specific time period. Political, economic, social, and technological. Variables are acronyms for political, economic, social, for technological factors. So by examining many aspects that may influence a firm, such as political, economic, social, and technology factors, pest analysis assists business in making better business decisions and increasing efficiency. For the political, P is political. It's established Dubai as its base and began operating a vast network for service, connected survival decision throughout the world. So that means that Emirates Airline began to journey at a period when the United Arab Emirates, particularly Dubai, was rapidly developing. So many of those passengers, without a doubt, fly with Emirates Airlines. The government of Dubai had a significant influence in the development of Emirates Airlines. So and then similarly, there are security worries in a number growing nation, which are among the airline most popular destination. Furthermore, travel prohibition has been enforced in several nations, exacerbating the problems. Many of our international destinations, on the other hand, benefit from the political stability. For the next one is E for economy. Is the next issue to consider in the PESA study of Emirates Airlines is the economic environment. So that means that it goes without saying that 2030 was a bad year for nearly all airlines because of this pandemic COVID-19. But many analysts, however, believe that following of years will be different and that the airline may expect something positive. Dubai is one of the world's most popular tourist attractions. It's also a very appealing business location. Both business and leisure trips to UAE generate significant revenue for Emirates Airlines. So, other than that, oil price fluctuation, on other hand, cause havoc in the worldwide aircraft business. And price competition from competitors is also a challenge for the airlines. So the next is as for social. Social is the population is estimated to be around 9.9 million people. Similarly, the country is attracting a large number of expats from all over the world to work both domestic and multinational companies. So that means that similarly, the country is attracting a large number of expats all over the world. Many of these expats fly for Emirates Airlines. Every year, millions of people visit Dubai for its world-class shopping. Similarly, as a large number of Emirates travel around the world, which boosts the airline profit for technology. And then Emirates Airlines, so that means that technological investment and changes are occurring at a rapid pace, affecting the aviation industry. So, for example, in September 2019, it started with biometric boarding would be available on flight to the United States in order to reduce boarding time. And then the US Custom and Border Patrol give their approval. Some passengers, however, had expressed reservation despite the fact that they are not obligated to utilize the system. For a long time, Emirates Airline has been concentrated on artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, big data, and robotics, as this technology has a substantial impact on company operation. And it applies a large number of software engineers and app development who are dedicated to improving this technological solution. So I pass, thank you for me, and then I pass to the next presenter.
Hello, I'm Izwan, and I'll be presenting on the corporate social responsibility done by Emirates Group. So all the 3 points that I got for the CSR done by Emirates Group are related to the environmental section. So the first one is about the aircraft. As you know, the aircraft, when the engines was running, the aircraft engine will be producing a loud sound that can interrupt the other people on the ground. So what are the Emirates Group taking a big step where they are developing a technology where they can design the aircraft to be very quiet, even though the aircraft was so big. So the second one is about the biofuel. Biofuel is a natural gas that are rapidly used in current time, where the biofuel is less carbon footprint. Like Dennis said, that Emirates Group focusing on the environmental section, and they are focusing to reducing their carbon footprint. So the third one is about the reducing, reuse, and recycle campaign. Emirates run the campaign. Emirates run the reduce, reuse, and recycle campaign to make sure that the environment are preserved and clean. So based on the research that I got, the IT department of the Emirates Group are implementing a Think Before Ukraine campaign, which achieved a 33% of drop in print volumes in just 8 months, saving millions of sheets of paper and over 2 million kilowatt of electricity. So other than that, they are running a program where they are recycling the plastic bottle containers, the aluminum foil, the paper cans from the aircraft after the aircraft are landing. So the second is about the next is about why the vision and mission is important to Emirates. So there are 5 points here. So the first one is about the vision and mission statement, define the purpose of the organization, and install a sense of belonging and identity to the employees. This also will make the employees motivated to work harder in order to achieve the company success. So the second one is about the mission statement, provide the direction that has to be followed by the organization, while the mission statement provide the goal to be reached by following the direction. So the third one is it help to properly align the resources of an organization toward achieving a successful future. The fourth is about the mission statement provide the organization with a clear guide for making decision, while the vision statement ensure that all the decisions made are properly aligned with what the organization hope to achieve. So the last is the vision and mission statement provide a focus point that help to align everyone with the organization, thus ensuring that everyone is working towards the purpose. This will help the Emirates to increase the efficiency and productivity. So I'll be passing on to Alisa.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Alisa Sabrina binti Azman. So I will present about how does the company benefits from the opportunities of the excellent environment and avoid risks. So there have four, which is about political, economic, social, and technology. So the first one I will discuss about political. The opportunities of the excellent environment and avoid the risks. Politicals are for under political analysis. Their team may want to consider the political stability of the region. So what the change of military action are, the legal framework for contract enforcement, trade regulation and tariffs. So intellectual property protection, who the favorite trading partners are and related topics. So as a leading airline in the world, the Emirates Airline gained a strong support from the UAE government. Next is about economy. So with amount of profit and economic, the Emirates can improve their infrastructure quality and maximizing their resources. So other than that, the Emirates can provide also about the efficiency and their financial market. Next, about social. So for social analysis, look into the demographic, education, class structure, culture, entrepreneurial spirit, and health and environmental consciousness. So the values and attitudes that members of a firm they bring to the workplace and derive from such a religion, family, and social institutions. So these are attitudes towards change, such as work, risk-taking, use of time, competition, and achievement, motivation, and authority. So for example, UAE is a strong Islamic country. The ethic that teach in Islam are implied by the company in their business. So lastly, it's about technology. So for the technological analysis, the Emirates Flight Operation has developed a new navigation technique that allows the airline to carry additional cargo into Kabul International Airport. So the innovative approach procedure developed by the airline has replaced and all the technique that require cargo bound for Kabul to be offloaded in Dubai during low cloud or for visibility where the conditions are at destination. So next is about recommendations for Emirates to stay competitive during COVID-19 pandemic. So the next slide, I will discuss about this topic. So with the outbreak of COVID-19, some countries have imposed travel restrictions on entry for operating crew and passengers, so which has resulted in Emirates having to amend its operating schedule by either reducing frequency of cancelling flight to a specific destination. So the first one, aim to protect their workforce and limit their impact to their roles during a global crisis and to economic condition. So in this, their have effect of this operational change has result in more resource than required in certain areas of the business for their day to the requirement. So next is about their has fully activate their crisis management center since January to closely monitor the situation and take decisive action across all areas of their business. So considering about that, this measure have include providing medical advice to staff, implementation of practice at the airport to meet specific country travel requirements, as well as adjusting their schedule and M&A capacity to meet passengers demand across different regions. So while they have seen some slowdown in the cities market, there has been high demand in other areas. So that's it about to ensure that they are following the most up-to-date medical guidelines and directive. So saying what I say about that, they have to follow the safety and health Emirates because the customer and the employee is taken very seriously and they are continuously liaising with international and local health organization to ensure that they are following the most up-to-date medical guidelines and directions. So this is a dynamic situation which we are managing carefully as a business, and the Emirates strongly urge their customers to practice good hand and health hygiene and follow the World Health Organization and health authority guidelines with SWOP that government that have truly to take care of in this pandemic. So that's all from me. Thank you.